Yes, hello everyone, and welcome to the announcement of the nominees for the 2015 FIFA Ballon d'Or. Joining me in Zurich is Nadine, the current FIFA Women's World Player of the Year, and with her as well, Edgar, the legendary former Dutch international. You know we're in Switzerland, do you? Because you look like summer, Edgar.
I just come from Dubai. Still summer there.
How are you? You good, Nadine?
I'm great. Nice to be.
Wonderful to have you both with us. First up is the FIFA FIFPro World 11 shortlist. Almost 25,000 players from 70 countries voted for this one. You're going to see a list of all 55 contenders on the right side of the screen. So then 5 goalkeepers, 20 defenders, 15 midfielders and 15 forwards. Edgar, it's going to mean a lot to the nominees because they were chosen by their peers. Just how do professional footballers judge each other, though?
Quite objective, I suppose. But it's always good to be voted by your peers instead of journalists because, you know, not all of them are objective. And I think with players, most of them just look at the quality. And
you feel like it means more knowing that it's come from those peers?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think that for a player to be voted by players is a very big and a great achievement instead of by journalists.
All right, let's take a look at the goalkeepers first then, Nadine, because obviously your countryman Manuel Neuer right in there in that list. What will it take for somebody to knock him off that perch?
I think it's quite hard to knock him out because I just love to see him play his own style. I think he starts a revolution in the game or in the goalie game. So I hope for him that he wins again, and it's not to be possible.
All right, let's move on to the 20 defenders then. Some real warriors in there, both physically and mentally. Edgar, is there a favourite for you in that list, though?
There are a couple of players I like, and I like how they change the game. They're not only brutal defenders, but they can also play. You have some good and technical players now as well.
Nadine, you know all about playing in midfield, obviously. What does a player need to thrive in that position and to really shine in that position?
A really good midfielder, I think that you need everything. You need to be complete. You need to have technical skill, athlete skills. You just have a few over the whole game. So to be a complete soccer player is one of the most important part for a midfielder.
All right, let's take a look at the list of the 15 forwards. Edgar, is there one of those players that you definitely would not have liked to have faced on the pitch?
Oof, no, I think that, I think nobody wants to face Messi.
Messi's the obvious choice, though, isn't he? Is there somebody in there that we wouldn't... OK, so not Lionel Messi, not Cristiano Ronaldo. Give me another name.
I played against Cristiano Ronaldo.
You had no trouble?
No trouble, but I mean, he's defendable, but Lionel Messi is a different species.
OK, all right, fair enough. So it's a list of 55 right there that needs to be whittled down still to a final 11. All right, it is time to reveal the nominees for the FIFA World Coach of the Year for women's football. And the nominees are Jill Ellis, Mark Sampson and Norio Sasaki. Now, it really has been a huge year for women's football with the FIFA Women's World Cup. Nadine, what will the quality that was on display in Canada at that tournament have done for the women's game, do you think?
I think the whole tournament was just great. We reached a higher level. We have so many good games, also more countries come up, and the gap between the big nations and the small nations become smaller, and that's just good for our sport. And I think especially the World Cup is representing that fact.
Edgar, that quality is reflected in the nominations for this category as well, isn't there? Some just great coaches in there. We've got Jill Ellis, who won the world title with the USA, Norio Sasaki, whose Japan team made it to that final as well, Mark Sampson, who took England to the semi-finals. Huge achievements. What has impressed you about those coaches, and which coach impresses you most?
It's hard to say. I mean, like for Jill Ellis to be in the US, the pressure of not winning it the last time. They have the best players. You know, there's pressure there. But I mean, like if you have a team that has not a lot of qualities or less qualities, I have to say.
You're talking about the England team, there.
Yeah, obviously. If you see the US team, a lot of qualities, and and the English team didn't have that much and still performed. I think that is really the best thing to see in a coach. You know, you squeeze everything out of a team.
Certainly developed hugely under Mark Sampson, didn't they? If you had to commit to one of those three coaches, which one would it be and why, Nadine?
Yeah, if you see the World Cup, you have to say Jill Ellis surely have to deserve to win the prize because Edgar said that it was such a hard situation the team had go through. She had go through. The media pressure was so much, and it's a new area, and she really did. She find the mix between younger and older players, between individual quality and team spirit, and I think it's just her handwriting that the US team used their spirit to win the World Cup.
All right, yeah, fantastic result, wasn't it? All right, those are the three nominees for the women's game. Next up, it is the men's turn. These are the nominations for the FIFA World Coach of the Year for men's football. And the nominees are Pep Guardiola, Luis Enrique Martinez and Jorge Sampaoli. Looking at that list there, Nadine, any surprises in there for you?
No surprises. I think all of them are great coaches with great, with an awesome year and therefore absolutely well deserved.
Edgar, last season, Pep Guardiola, another fantastic campaign with Bayern. We've got Jorge Sampaoli, who led Chile to the Copa America. Who's your favourite there to win that group?
I think for me it's Luis Enrique. I mean, as a young coach, already doing this, you know, that's unbelievable. And you know, he has to learn the trade, and he did it. And Barcelona is very difficult to accomplish that, but he did it. And I think that he deserves to win this time.
Is it great and interesting to see a national team coach included in that list as well, though, Nadine?
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, it just depends on, what you achieve, what you're standing for, what you create with your team, and therefore, it's absolutely okay.
All right. Well, the winner will, of course, be revealed at the FIFA Ballon d'Or Awards here in Zurich on Monday, the 11th of January. Note down that date. We're going to move on now to the FIFA Puskas Award for the best goal of the year. And the nominees are Alessandro Florenzi, Wendell Lira and Lionel Messi. Now, it's always a real favourite with the fans, this one. Some outstanding goals in there, weren't there, Edgar? I almost don't want to ask because I think I know what you're going to say, but do you have a favourite?
Yeah, I definitely have a favourite, but I mean, like, it's hard, it's tough. I mean, Wendell was unbelievable. I mean, the coordination and the execution was on a whole different level, but Messi combined speed with power and technical ability, and still have the calm to put it in the side corner, and that's very difficult.
Nadine, it's so difficult to pick between three such fantastic goals, but if you did have to pick, which one would it be and why?
I absolutely agree with Edgar. Messi was for me the best goal because no space, 8 opponents, or I don't know how many, but just fantastic.
Yeah, Lionel Messi again, outstanding day. Well, you can choose your favourite goal at FIFA.com or at francefootball.fr. Voting is open for you right up until the night of the Ballon d'Or Awards ceremony, which is on January the 11th. For now, though, it is time to reveal the 3 nominations for the FIFA Women's World Player of the Year. And the nominees are Carly Lloyd, Aya Miyama and Celia Sazic. Nadine, if I could come to you on this one first. Do they absolutely deserve those nominations?
I think so. I think it's pretty cool that we have totally 3 different types and 3 different nations, and all of them played a really great World Cup, and were totally important to their team. So Celia as my teammate and as a really unbelievable striker is just phenomenal. How she works for her team, how she behaves on the field, and on the other side, Miyama is so technical, has such a good technical quality, and her game intelligence is just overwhelming. And yeah, I mean, Carly Lloyd was the face of the World Cup, and she led her team through that tough situation, and was just the captain of the World Cup champion, and played her own role with everything she had. She was just great.
And to be considered a truly great player, do you think it's important that you perform on that global stage? How key is that, Edgar?
I think what Nadine already mentioned. I mean, like, if you're on that stage and you know, like Carly, and you perform and you're outstanding, you know, that's the time you need to do that, and that's the time you need to lift the team, and that's the only chance you have. And especially when you have the knockout stages, you know, that there's no rehearsal. And that's what I love about it. I think everybody loves about it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's bring in another question from social media right now. Nadine, I'm going to give this one to you. Sophia Antonia, she asked, what is it like, or what does it take, to be Women's Player of the Year? Something you know as well, because you are the reigning Women's Player of the Year. What does it take?
I think you just, to be, for sure, a good individual player, but also to be very, very important for your team. You just have to also be your job is it also to improve your whole team, your teammates become better. If you see the whole game and you're so ambitious, like, I mean, these 3 nominees, then I think it's just, it takes a lot to go there, but your quality and the way you play the game is very essential for being the FIFA World Best Player.
All 3 of those women were absolutely key, there's no doubt about that, to their teams at the Women's World Cup. Let's nail it down, though. Which one are you going to pick, Edgar?
It's hard. I have to look at Nadine, but it's hard. I think Carly deserved it, but I saw the other 2 play, and I think Aya in a Japanese team that didn't have all the qualities they had, she just brought them to the final, and I think that's a quality, but I would go with Carly.
How do you separate players of this quality? It's just so difficult, Nadine. How would you separate them, and who would you choose?
I definitely support my teammate, that's for sure, but it's such a tough question, because everybody has a different point of view or likes different things on players. Really, for me, it's like the most important fact, how's your role in the game, and not only your individual quality or skill. So to see this general game and to be part of that game, and then to be successful with your team, that's for me the most crucial point.
And which one of those women